Hi guys, a brief video about moving from the outside to the inside. Now, empowerment and the idea of kind of inside out rather opposed to outside in is a huge focus that runs throughout all of energy flow coaching. And I'm not going to obviously cover all of that here. There's just a couple of little bits that we want to touch on though, because this is such a central theme that kind of it touches on everything. Every aspect of energy flow coaching is all about empowerment. What you're going to find is that the majority of people operate on an externally focused or externally referenced paradigm. This essentially means that people think that life directly causes what they feel 100%, and they often get caught up in their head trying to think about how they can change outside life or control outside life in order to change how they feel. So if I can fix it out there, I can change what I feel in here. The more somebody feels out of control in here or insecure in here, the more they will try to control things out there. And they're not consciously doing any of this, but this is what you find. So if you know people in life that try to control things, what they're trying to do is trying to control how they feel. The irony of that being that we don't control anything. We certainly don't control things out there. So there's a level of tension that is permanently there for those people that are trying to manipulate or control you, people or events or things outside of themselves. What we want to do is bring that right back, because what we know in energy flow coaching is our experience of life is emerging from us, is emerging through us. It's, you know, our experience of reality is something that we are co-creating. It's not that there's a reality out there. And rather than trying to fixate and fix things out there, what we want to be doing is returning our attention in here, of course, paying attention to how we feel, and then allowing ourselves to do whatever we need to do with that. So that's a crucial part. You'll find that really it's kind of insidiously impacting everything about your client's perceptions of life. Everything has an external focus, and whilst, you know, on that level one of energy flow coaching, where we're looking at environment, the environment is going to influence us, and we're not going to get away from that. And we set up contracts with life, and this is why if Wales win at rugby, I feel great. If Wales lose at rugby, I feel all miserable. And of course, there's no inherent meaning in that game of rugby at all, other than the fact that I've almost kind of made a contract with that in order for me to have an emotional experience. And of course, this is what we do. We set up kind of contracts unconsciously in order for us to have this emotional experience, because life is just about the emotions that we feel or don't feel, but it's all about emotions. And what we need to do is be aware of that. We need to be aware of that for ourselves, and we need to be aware of that for our clients. So we need to take our attention off the outside, off trying to manipulate or fix or control the outside, and we need to bring our attention back inside, knowing that my experience emerges within me and through me, and my job is to come back to me and pay attention to me. Again, as I say, this theme is a theme that we touch on with all of the aspects of EFC, but I just want to make it explicit, that idea of, you know, the way I talk about it is an internal reference rather than an external reference. I know in academia they talk about a locus of control, the external locus of control and the internal. And if you have an external locus of control, you will feel more stressed. I'm not so keen on that phrase, because I'm not so keen on the word control, because I'm not sure that we have a huge amount of control. I certainly don't control the emotion that I experience. And as I've talked about in other little short videos, our behaviour is very often unconsciously influenced. So it's not that we're always in total control of our behaviour either. But we can have an internal reference, which means we can bring our attention back to what we feel, and that we can seek to direct our words and our actions. But that doesn't mean that we're necessarily in control. So we want to move our clients and ourselves from that external reference from being externally referenced to being internally referenced. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Any questions about that, let me know.